are you doing, Outliers? I am thinking about relationships at the moment, and I realise from my gratitude list that relationships are really quite valuable, or they can be. This last week, I've had two different friends, two different outliers visit me in the Shire at some time cost to themselves, and they both bought me lunch, and we had great conversations. It was really good. And over the weekend, although it was exhausting, I spent time with two of my grandchildren, and they were a delight. So were their parents, Mrs. Mayfield, of course. And I realise how rich I am in relationships. But here's the thing, we need to discriminate in relationships a little, and also through things like the gratitude list, appreciate them more. I've been thinking a lot about something I read from Dan Sullivan and Dr. Benjamin Hardy to do with these kinds of relationships. The one is the transactional relationship, and the other is a transformational relationship. All of the people I mentioned earlier are, for me, transformational relationships. It's a two-way thing. I build into them, they build into me. And I realize that everybody who has become a member of the Positive Outlier tribe, excuse the sheep there, I'll leave that in the edit, they are all transformational relationships. And this is wonderful. What a transformational relationship is, it takes it on that different level. Whereas a transactional relationship, I can think of two associates. One, almost immediately they see me, even before the pleasantries, before the greetings, they come up to me with the proposition of what they want from me. And it's never a two-way street. So the other person, likewise, only emails me when they want something from me, even though there may be pleasantries around it. How are you? Hope you're well, etc., etc. Must come and see you. But in both of those relationships, I've realized they're transactional. Now, if you know my work around the relational bank account that I built on from the late, great Stephen Covey, you'll know that I do some work on this, but the relational bank account is really around building transformational relationships where there's give and take. So, on this wonderful sunny morning in the Shire, on a busy, disused railway line, I won't say any more, you might guess where I am. Have a great day, and look out for your transformational relationships. I suppose there is one other thing I would say, and that is maybe thinking about keeping a distance from the transactional relationships because they really don't build into you. You can be pleasant about this, but I think in the end you need to just keep them at a polite distance, disengage from them. Ultimately, I think reality is less about stuff and it's more about relationships. It's less about things and more about people. And I found this in terms of my growing spiritual intelligence to be true in my faith walk as well. It's not about ritual for me anymore, it's about relationship with my Lord. I think the universe is created relationally. Anyway, have a great day and look out for those transformational relationships.